Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Hey, what's up? It's 9:38. Nope, 9:39. It just changed on me. I'm sorry I'm late. I'm sorry that I have to rhyme, but I was doing what I felt passionate about doing. And yeah, so sometimes you just got to wake up and you got to follow your bliss and you got to follow your dreams and you got to follow your excitement. You got to follow your passion. So today we're going to manifest more passion. And actually, you skanky skanks, it's not just about romantic passion. The frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies the hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. It assists us in finding the balance between this intensity, moving us from chaos to the calm of its core, where we can let its long-lasting wisdom fill us up. Passion. How would you describe passion if you are an Essassani extraterrestrial named Bashar? Just if you happen to be that. You might describe passion as acting on your highest excitement to the best of your ability with zero insistence on a particular outcome. I mean, our passion can be fluid. It can change. It can lead us this way and that way. It's like, I'm not really sure why I'm so excited to do this, but I love it and I'm just going to do it until I feel like I've done it enough. And, here's another thing. Spontaneity is the impulsive, unpredictable action that adds zest to your life, to your relationships. Passion is moments of spontaneity joined together. Ooh, think about that. This is from my relationship oracle. Passion is moments of spontaneity joined together. So it's like sometimes when you are letting yourself be guided by your passion, it is feeling like, oh, spontaneous this, spontaneous that. I'm doing this now until it excites me. And okay, I can't, like Bashar said, okay, now I can't take it any farther. I can only go this far with it, so now I follow this other passion. And you keep letting yourself be guided. It's sort of like, ooh, something shiny. But more so, right? But it's like letting yourself just join together all your moments of spontaneity, all your moments of, the frequency of passion. Now, it can be calm at its core. You don't have to be lit on fire, crazy, come here, baby, I am full of passion today. It can just be what lights you up. So, all right. Hey, what's up? I got 4 cards in front of me. The Frequency of Passion by the Sacred Geometry Activation Oracle, which I already read you. It's talking about long-lasting wisdom and calm at its core. So we'll see what she says about passion. But I also have the Passion Tree from the Soul Trees just to be here, with her hot pink and fuchsia and yellow and red and white lighted tree. She's amazing. Passion is very bright. See, on our Dragon Butterfly Enchanted Blossoms Oracle card, there is a octous swordtail butterfly on a bougainvillea, and it is pink. So there is this bright pink red. Our final card will be from the Sacred Vision Oracle by Lynn V. Andrews. And it's a bright red bird, and it's holding a picture of Mother Mary wearing a bright red dress. And there's, of course, it's the feathers are bright and the monarch is bright. So like when you think of passion, it should perk you up a little bit. Like you should be like, ooh, like somebody goosed you, ooh, and like kind of wake you up and be like, oh, I'm supposed to have fun and follow my excitement and do things that I enjoy and that I love and that I'm passionate about. And I mean, it doesn't have to be intense, but like just keep following your excitement. That's following your passion. That could be categorized under following your bliss. So anyways, I'm excited to learn, of course, more about passion. Also excited to be reminded to follow my passion and allow my spontaneous, fun moments, right? So passion, what did that say? Passion is moments of spontaneity joined together. So living a life of passion, following your moments of excitement, your moments of spontaneity. So much so that you could say they're joined together, right? And that's what Bashar's saying is acting on your highest excitement to the best of your ability with zero insistence on a particular outcome. And then you take it as far as you can. And when you can take it no farther, then you start over, right? You start over and follow something new. So you're always letting your higher self guide you, right? You're always allowing yourself to feel the nudges, feel the urges, feel the excitement, and then, let that be your guiding light. Allow yourself to follow your highest excitement. So your highest excitement might not look like anyone else's, but if your excitement, so Bashar defines excitement as your body's physical translation of a communication from your higher mind. So respond to it by acting on the excitement. So if your body is excited to do something, that's your higher mind, your higher self, your super consciousness trying to tell you what's good for you. So respond to it by acting on it. Check your beliefs to make sure you aren't making anxiety appear to be excitement. Make sure you know the difference between excitement and anxiety, okay? Because we do have a lot of fear-based definitions we got to figure out. But make sure it's genuine excitement. And then if you feel like, this is definitely real excitement, this is communication from my higher mind, I'm going to respond to this by acting on the excitement to the best of my ability. So I'm going to use all my skills, talents, imagination, and abilities and taking action following my excitement. I'm going to act to the fullest degree that I'm able to act, right? If there's more than one opportunity, choose either, and it will show you whether or not to continue down that path. So I keep on checking in, does this still feel good? If it still feels good, let's go with it. And I'll keep acting on it until I have no more ability to act. And when I can't act any further, I will choose the next most exciting thing I am able to take action on. And that's the very simple way of explaining how to follow your passion. So I just keep on taking the next exciting thing. Okay, a walk sounds really good to me. All right, well, I've walked. I can't walk anymore, right? I'm done with the walk. Now what? Now what's exciting to me? Oh my gosh, I think I'm going to upload a new video to my YouTube. Great, I'm going to do that. Okay, done with that. Now what sounds good? You know what? It might only be exciting to me, but I think it might be fun to get out the vacuum cleaner and suck up some of these cobwebs. All right, you know what? That was good. I think the most exciting thing to me now would be a text message to a handsome man. Whatever it is that I think would be exciting. You know what's be exciting to me now? Getting my book and sitting on the porch with the hummingbirds, right? So it's my higher self is constantly giving me good ideas of what would be beneficial to me, what would keep me in alignment, what I would enjoy, what I would have fun doing. And if I can do so, then I will respond to those suggestions by acting on them. Also, it's really important to act on that excitement with absolutely zero insistence or assumption with respect to a specific outcome. So Bashar is saying, like, do it, but don't insist on a specific outcome, or like, okay, I will do this, but then this better happen. Like, you can't be forcing your manifestations, because if you try to force it, or if you insist it, you might be like actually screwing up something better or that was intended for you. So just act on it and be open to whatever manifests. And it might just be like, okay, well, that was fun, but I don't see the point of it. Hey, you might not understand it while you're doing it, but your higher mind, your higher self gets it. So just keep on, then go on to the next thing. So anyways, Bashar, who is channeled by Daryl Anka. Daryl, hey, what's up? Bashar is so fun, okay? And he's been dishing out amazing information for, would you say, at least 20 years? Like, for real. And really, if you need to be in, if today you're like, okay, sounds good, I want to manifest more passion, but I didn't quite get you there, look up Bashar, channeled by Daryl Anka, Anka. So it's Bashar Communications, okay? So just look up that and you'll find something that you're like, oh my God, this is exactly what you need. So anyways, I found this little printable somewhere, and it says, acting on this 3-part formula with integrity aligns you with a complete toolkit of excitement. So when you can follow your passion and do it, like, follow your passion to the best of your ability, as far as you can, without any insistence that it has to look or be a certain way, or manifestation, okay? That provides you every form of support, abundance, information, like whatever you need, your higher self is gonna get to you, because you're finally fucking listening to your higher self, your higher mind. It's like, good, this is a way that we can communicate. So when you get that excitement, you get that passion, and you respond to it by acting on it, you're going to be able to be guided, supported. The information that you need, you'll find. Abundance will start rolling in. This will become the driving engine that moves you forward. Also acts as the organizing principle that shows you what to act on, in what order, and in when. It presents you with the path of least resistance to flow through life. It connects you to all other expressions of your excitement, no matter what form they come in. It becomes the reflecting mirror that reveals anything within your beliefs that is out of alignment with your true vibration of excitement. So that's it. I mean, it's like, we want to know what we're passionate about. And of course, we're going to discover what we're not passionate about anymore too. So we can let that shiz go. It leaves nothing relevant out. So if you can start living your life like, I am going to follow my passion, and that can look like anything. Like, your passion might be to go into the garden and sit quietly and pray. It can look like anything. It can look like drawing. It can look like painting. It can look like dancing. It can look like cleaning. It can look like anything, as long as it is exciting to you. And exciting to you doesn't mean have to be like, yeehaw, little doggy. I mean, it's just like this feeling like, I want to do that. I want to be there. So tune in. Absolutely. All right, so let's get the books here. I feel like my highest excitement, I need to take a quick break and go to the bathroom. CDTMI Cherico, I'm your host for Ho. I have drank, let me just recap really. I have drank this morning alone. I've drank a lot of celery juice, some raw cacao with honey and heavy whipping cream, and then now I'm drinking some nursing mom tea, which no, I'm not breastfeeding. But if you look at the ingredients of the Nursing Mom's formula, and this is just Walmart's great value, it basically could also be rebranded as Farty Mom, Gassy Mom, Farty Dad. Like, it's got fenugreek, fennel, all types of like herbs that get rid of gas, as marshmallow root, I think maybe a little ginger perhaps. It's such a good tea. Like, I always feel silly when I'm buying Nursing Mom tea and like none of my children are under 11, right? Or under 10 or whatever. And it's like, listen, I don't care what this tea is called. It's good and I'm drinking it. But anyways, I'm fully hydrated is what I'm saying. So let's take a quick break. We'll do our affirmations for our herb of the week, oats. Who really does want us to relax and nourish ourselves and soften, but open up and let go of expectations, which is definitely part of the formula for manifesting more passion and having your abundance find you. You have to let go of thinking that abundance can only be one way, can only be money. Like, your passion is going to open up many, many doors of abundance. And there is abundance in lots of other forms other than just cash in hand. But anyways, letting your intuition flow, embracing your emotions, getting passionate, getting alive, getting excited, getting ripe for enjoying life. So that's really the main goal of today, and manifesting more passion is getting you to enjoy your life more. Enjoy being alive. Be excited to be here, and find stuff that you like to do or think about or be a part of or feel or watch or observe or flow. Get excited to flow energy through you. That is definitely the goal of manifesting more passion. This affirmation minute is brought to you by our passionate herb of the week, oats, and I lovingly dedicate them all to you. Thank you so much. I am relaxed. I nourish myself physically and emotionally. I soften to the wind, open to the sky, and ground myself into the earth. I let go of expectations, embrace my emotions, and let my intuition flow. I am ripe for enjoying life. I am relaxed. I nourish myself physically and emotionally. I soften to the wind, open to the sky, and ground myself into the earth. I let go of expectations, embrace my emotions, and let my intuition flow. I am ripe for enjoying life. And so it is. Okay, so I'm sitting here drinking my tea and I'm like, I really need a coffee warmer. You know those little like hot plate pads that keep your tea mug warm? That is my passion right now. Now that I've gone upstairs and had a poop, now I just want my tea to stay warm. I just want my tea to stay warm. All right, you guys. So we're manifesting more passion today, and following our passion to the highest ability. Now, the farthest I could follow that was adding it to my Walmart shopping cart. I can't buy it right now, but it's something I'm thinking about getting. instead of me constantly, like, okay, so I like to make a mason jar full of tea at a time because I'm a big drinker. Well, by the time you get halfway through it, you basically have to dump it back in the pot and heat it up again. But like, what if you could just set it down on the warmer? You could constantly take swig after swig of warm liquid. And if you can tell, my throat already is like, that sounds like a good idea. All right, so let's open up this awesome, beautiful deck. Ooh, we got some good things to as I'm peeking ahead. We're going to be manifesting some good stuff in the last weeks of 2020. But today, we're manifesting more passion, which is one of the greatest things. Because if you're living a passionate life, you're happy. You're satisfied. You're enjoying yourself. I would say it's safe to say that if you're following your passions, you feel like you have purpose, even if your purpose in that moment is just window shopping for a coffee mug warmer. Like, at least you're excited about something, right? Even if your passion is making your screen record videos that, you know, only a handful of people are watching on your YouTube channel, but at least you're happy to make them. Like, you guys, the morning hack over on my YouTube channel, it's not getting much play yet, but it's really only it's so new. I just started doing it, but I love it. I love it. So it's just me on my phone with my apps, and I drag you along with me. And first we get a quote of the day, some words to think about. They're usually all right. What I really love is the daily art. Another day, another daily art. I love it because it's something that I normally would not see or look for. It's cool. The one today was awesome. It was back in the 1980s, I think. There was an artist named Agnes, and she planted a whole field of wheat right in downtown Manhattan to talk about like ecological issues and food sustainability and stuff like that. But when I first saw the picture this morning, I thought it was just like a digital collab that didn't make much sense. Like, I was like, who is this woman in a field of wheat in front of New York City? Like, I thought it was just a digital creation. I did not realize that was a real photograph. So anyways, it's always very interesting to me, and it's something new for me to think about, right? So I think like that's an element of passion, staying interested in life, staying interested, whether it's like a daily joke or, you know, a daily crossword puzzle or just something that like keeps you interested in life. A little fact here, a little on this day, like whatever interests you. So this daily art app is really doing it for me. So we do the words, we do the daily art. I think then I either pull a tarot card from the Tarot of Trees, just the card of the day. It gives me a card. Then we do Dare Be. We talk about some exercises, which I may or may not do. But today it was like the Artemis workout, which was awesome. So we do that, and then horoscopes, and we end the morning hack with a spell, the daily spell from Llewellyn. So it's something new every day. It's a good way for me to warm up my voice and clear my throat, I guess. Like I might not really need to do that because I'm just so used to talking. But I've gotten to the point where I may have justified it by like, let me warm up my throat before I read my Daniel Scranton readings. But really, I think I just enjoy it now. I think I just love doing it. Just like I love doing Ho. Just like I show up here more days than not. 5 or 6, sometimes 6 days a week I show up to a podcast here at Ho. Why? Because it's part of my passion. I love it. I don't make any money on this one unless you go over right now to Anchor listener support and send me $1.99. yeah, like I don't have ads on this podcast right now. Like, even though Anchor says they're supposed to get you sponsors, they fucking don't. Um, like, I only keep doing this because it's part of me following my excitement, following my passion. So, anyways, let's get to the book. This is the Bougainvillea, and it's an there is so many vowels. There's literally 4 vowels in a row. Octorius. Octorius swordtail. Auius. Octorial. Torius. There's not even an R, but I feel like I have to put one in there so my tongue knows what to do. All right. Native to Brazil, the Bougainvillea was introduced to Europe and Australia in the early 1800s. Due to how well the Bougainvillea hybridizes with others from its genus, the lines blur on the divisions, causing much perplexity around classification. Whatever, just file it all under pretty. Bright, modified leaves are often mistaken for flowers, and it is amongst their color that the small, usually white, true flower can be found. So a lot of times what you think is the flower is actually modified leaves. The brilliantly colored leaves make the bougainvillea popular in ornamental gardens. This vine can overtake other plants, so it is normally planted around walls or in hanging or standing pots, like just to keep it in check. All right, so beautiful. It's very passionate. The bougainvillea is so passionate it sometimes overtakes other plants. Our passions drive and direct most of our experiences. We pursue our fascinations and our hobbies, our purchases, and our actions. In our decision making, passion is often in the driver's seat. This card is urging you to kick your passion into high gear. As appropriately as side-by-side drives in front of my house. Kick it into high gear. It is time to follow your passions, even in small ways. So if you can't go jump out of an airplane today, that's okay. There's other littler things you can do. And really, who really wants to jump out of an airplane? Probably someone, because that's their passion. Not me. Just letting y'all know, not me. Okay, so here's the advice from the Bougainvillea and this swordtail butterfly, which is really incredible. It almost looks transparent. I think its wings are transparent because I can literally see the flower through this butterfly. So I might have to look up this butterfly, the OCT, like October, OCT, AUIUS. It's a swordtail, but it almost looks like you can see through the wings. Anyways, here's their advice to us about passion, about manifesting more passion. Kick your passion into high gear. It's time to follow your desires, even in small ways. Define and make plans to explore and engage with your aspirations as often as possible, even when others tell you it's silly. So take some classes, do research, and learn about the areas that you are impassioned with. Your passions are your own and no one else's. Follow them down the rabbit hole and enjoy the ride. So, yeah, I get this silly comment a lot when like seriously, last night when I was looking for these cards through all of my oracle decks, I literally thought to myself, all I really, really want to do is play with my oracle cards all day long and like have new oracle decks come to me and then play with those and do readings. And appreciate the cards and love the art and get the messages. And like, I love oracle decks. They're absolutely part of my passion in life. I mean, I have quite an investment monetarily in them. Like, you would not spend like, oh my God, I don't even know, like $1,000. I have $1,000 worth of oracle decks, probably. Yeah, it's true. It's true, because like they're all like 20 to $50. Like, they all fall in the $20 to $50 range usually. They do. They're kind of expensive. But I love them. I love them, and they give so much to me. They really, really do. I just enjoy them so much. And hey, now we're hanging out. Why? You can thank an oracle deck. So really learn about what you are impassioned with. So if you're like really drawn to something, if you can learn about it, research about it, take a class about it, order a book about it, practice it, do it. Your passions are yours, so follow them and enjoy the ride. All right, so if you're sitting here and you're like, sounds good, Sadie, Herbal Marie, Ho, sounds good, Ho, but you're just not really quite sure what that means for you. Take some time today and contemplate the questions. What are my greatest passions? Not what you think you should be doing, not what you're supposed to do, not what your parents would like you to do, not what you think would make you look cool, like to other people. I'm saying you, honey. What are your greatest passions? They're yours and they're no one else's, so they might not look like anybody else's. But take some time to think, what really lights me up? What really gets me excited to do? That could be my passion. So when I first started live streaming, I was like live streaming with my face in front of a camera, live, with a live audience on live.me. That was the app that I started out with. You would think that I was so pumped up before it. You'd almost think like, oh yeah, are you like too nervous or excited or to do this? So you do have to like know like the difference between passion and anxiety. But like if something really gets you going, it could be the thing that you love to do. And I just was always so excited. It was a rush to go in front of a live audience. And at first it really made me nervous. Now I can pretty much just go live. I do still feel a rush. I know it's my passion. I know it's exciting. I'm just more of a cool cat now. Hey, you cool cats and kittens. Welcome to Sunny 109 FM. All right. So anyways, what are your greatest passions? Being silly might be one of mine, because like I really didn't need to do all that. I really didn't need to share all that, but I did. So figure out your greatest passions. And then the second question is, how can I incorporate them into my daily life? So how can you incorporate your greatest passions? So it's true, you might have signed up for a position, a job, a career that has what your parents wanted you to do, so you did it, and you're making good money. Good for you. You're making good money. You're getting bills paid. But here's the thing. Here is the thing. You gotta put into your daily life, whether it's before work, lunch break, somehow in your work, after work, all night, all evening. You've got to open up a chunk of your day to just doing whatever excites you or that you feel like doing or you're inspired to do or that you know is your greatest passion and that you want to paint. So every night from 6:30 to 7:30 or 8 o'clock, give yourself time to clean up. It's like like you're painting, like here's, thanks for having dinner with me. Okay, I'll catch you later, honey. I'm going to go paint. So make sure that you are following your greatest passions and you're incorporating them into your daily life. Why? Because it's important. So that brings me to our passion tree from the soul trees. That's just there for the picture. It's not, this is one of the cards that she forgot to put in her guidebook. So that's the only thing that I noticed with the soul trees by Allison Williams Yee. Her little guidebook is missing some of the cards. It's just like a little thing she typed up. It's Etsy. It's an Etsy deck, you guys. But there's nothing in it for passion. And there's a couple other cards too that, like if you go to look them up, they're just not there because she skipped them or they didn't print or something. But so anyways, but it's a gorgeous card. I knew it was in the deck. I knew it was these beautiful colors of red and hot pink and yellow and white. The tree itself is white, but there's this flaming sky behind it. And I was like, yeah. And I love that it's here because it pulls all the other cards together with all the pinks and the reds. So that's there. You'll see it on my Instagram at Herb Oracle. But yeah, I mean, the only thing that I can think to say, the message from looking at this card, is this like this flaming sky is fueling the tree. The tree is bright white. I would say there's nothing that, if thinking in terms of color and how color would feel inside your body, like if you were made of color and colored energy inside of you, white is pure, white is alive, white is like really high frequency, you know? And so it's like a beautiful stark contrast to this flaming sky, but it's like these flames of passion is what lights up this tree, having it exist in the highest frequency possible, the highest ability. So it's like that's what passion can do to you. It can, like our Herb of the Week oat said, it can ripen you for enjoying life. Like passion can get you ripe, like completely alive, ripe. And, you know, the food tastes good and the air coming into your lungs feels good and just everything feels so good. Like last night I put on my sleepy, silky tank top. It's like cotton, but it's so old it feels like silk, you know? I put it on, it just felt so good on my body. I mean, that's because I'm living a passionate life. All day long, I'm doing what I want to do and following my passions and my excitement here and there and to the best of my ability. And then when that's finished, I do something else that I want to do. And at the end of the day, I am satisfied. I feel good. I'm not going to sleep feeling like I could have done this or more or that or I didn't do enough. Oh, I'm going to bed each night satisfied, grateful, sometimes exhausted because I just, you know, did everything I wanted to do and it was a full day. I feel complete. I feel full. I feel thankful. And yeah, I put on my shirt and it like felt so good because I really am enjoying being in my body because I'm following my passions. So now this is a Sacred Geometry Activation Oracle by Lon, L-O-N. And this is number 34, which is cool because 3 plus 4 is 7. And as you may have heard a billion zillion times, 7 is my life path number. And this is the frequency of passion. Reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies the hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. And so, yeah, we've got this fiery orange and red blob of energy, like it's a geometric conglomeration. Is that a word? But like in the center of it, there is a defined circle that looks kind of like an eye, but whose eye is magenta and sky blue, right? So there's like a sky blue ring, and then inside that there's a magenta ring, and then the center is white. So it's cool. It is very calm feeling and balanced insight. So anyways, this hidden gem underneath every intense emotion, it assists us in finding the balance within this intensity. So if life is feeling a little chaotic, it can help move us from that chaos to the calm of its core, where we can let its long-lasting wisdom fill us up. So yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, but we live in a crazy ass world. I mean, it's like literally one emotional storm after another. It's not even the weather anymore. It's just like people's emotional tantrums creating these emotional, chaotic, societal storms. The thing about you following your passion and manifesting more passion in your life is it protects you from getting swept in the emotional raging current of what's going on, because you're following your own path, your own dreams, right? It's getting you in that place within that's calm and centered and clear. And it's just the wisest place that you can be. Get into the eye of the storm. Yeah, a real storm, that's a good idea, and emotional storms as well. That's also a good idea. So whether they're just in your own little personal circle, your own little personal life, there's a black butterfly outside the window. Get into the eye. So I love that there's an eye in this passion. You know, let that passion put you in the place of your synchronicities, lining up to guide you from your higher mind, from your higher self, so that you're in the perfect place at the perfect time with the perfect people saying the perfect thing at the perfect moment, right? You're in the place that is protected, that is in alignment of what you truly want to experience in this life. So when we use the word passion, we usually refer to a strong feeling for something or someone. It could be a burning desire or a feeling of enthusiasm or an intense emotion. Passion expresses itself powerfully, like a burning hot fire, as it radiates out from our core. This power cannot be hidden. It demands expression. We long for an emotion that is so strong that all we can do is surrender to its power. At the same time, we fear this kind of emotion because we are afraid of losing ourselves, our sense of who we are, in the eye of the passion storm within us. But there is clarity and insight to be found in this storm once we have withstood the heat of the fire and we have held our balance in the midst of the blazing inferno. Only then can we move to the center and find the insight at passion's core. So the passion activation, when you look into this sacred geometry activation, I'll take a great picture of it so you can look at it. When you look into it, it reveals this process of powerful insight through its purple core. Its demand for expression, that's the blue around the core, and the storm of intense feelings and emotions all around. And that's represented by the orange, yellow, and red of the lower chakras. It invites us to become aware of and to burn away anything that stands in the way of finding the valuable insights at its core. And although it could be enjoyable to feel these intense emotions, we cannot stay in this heat for very long without getting burned. So she has a very, very fiery way to look at passion. And what I love the most about this fire is that it really does burn away what we are not passionate about. When you start following your passion, it just seems silly. What seems really silly is following anything but your passion. You're like, thanks for the invite, but that just really doesn't, like, I'm not going to go waste 3 hours at the movie theater watching a movie that I have zero interest in, right? Like, knowing what your passion truly is literally will help you burn away all the things that you're just not passionate about, So anyways, I was thinking, if you've ever been in a humdrum relationship and then you meet someone where you really, really do have this natural fiery passion with them, and you're like, oh my God, I can't even go back to a boring relationship ever again, not after I've experienced this. So passion can come in many, many forms, in many ways, and it really depends on the person, what lights you up, what makes you feel alive, and what makes you feel fully ripe for enjoying life. So if you can take a minute to quiet down and take a deep breath, there's a little exercise in this book. Let's just do it. Let's just do it before we go on to our final card. So try this. Take a moment and go inside yourself. So take a moment. Just go inside yourself. Close your eyes if you can. I am, but I'll have to open them here to read. It feels good to go inside yourself. So take a moment, go inside yourself, and reflect. What are you really passionate about? Do you love what you do in your daily life? Are your heart and soul engaged? How can you bring more passion into your life? How can you make sure that you don't miss the treasure of insights that lies beneath it? So every day, make time for daily contemplation to check in with yourself and your passions. Check in with yourself. Ask yourself, what am I really passionate about? Am I doing what I love? Do I love what I do? Are my heart and soul engaged? Am I actively on a daily basis bringing more passion, inviting more passion, following more passion into my life? And I do love that she brings in this gem, this nugget of wisdom, She's like, and can you make sure that you don't miss the treasure of insights that lies beneath it, right? Can you make sure you're appreciating it and following it and loving it and gaining the insights and the wisdom of actually, that's the true benefit of following your passion, I guess, right? So it feels good, it's exciting, you love it. But then ultimately, the whole act of following your excitement and following your passion leads to long-lasting wisdom that fills you up. So make time every day for that daily contemplation, to check in, to take a moment to go inside yourself and check in with you and your passions. Okay, so in my opinion, we've saved the best card for last. And I was just actually talking about this card the last time I talked about this Sacred Vision Oracle deck by Lynn V. Andrews. And I was drawn to this deck, but I hated the artwork. Like, it just seemed so kind of dark and weird to me. And I thought, why would I want that? But I was like, I don't know. I really feel like I want that deck. So I went to YouTube and I thought I'll look at one of the flip throughs, because I appreciate when people make them videos where you can see all the cards of a deck and then you can decide if you want to buy it or not. Well, I was like, they're going through the cards and I was like, right. Well, don't they come to this card that I'm looking at right now? And I thought, I'm getting the deck. So it is, I want to say a macaw. It's number 21, Passion. Let me tell you about the spirit of the card or the artwork. Yeah, it's a macaw. It's a macaw. The scarlet macaw. So anyways, it's a bird who's got a medicine bundle, and the macaw is holding a picture of Mother Mary, and it's like very Mexican. It looks like a Mexican print. Looks like a little Mexican postcard. That's what it looks like. But when I saw this picture of Mary, that was it for me. I was like, okay, I see you, because she's one of my guiding icons, right? Like, when I see her or think of her, I know I'm on the path. I know that, like, when she makes herself known to me, I know that it's something I want to do or I should check out, or she lets me know I'm on the path all the time. So I got the deck, and I'm really, really glad I did, because the messages on all the cards are amazing. They're good. I didn't even know who Lynn V. Andrews was. When I bought this deck, I had this deck for almost probably at least a year before. I may have had it longer than that. Anyways, it's funny to me that I've had this deck, and then I stumbled upon Lynn V. Andrews, her books, and her new power deck, or her newly released again power deck, and I love it. I love that deck. And it's just so funny that I've had this deck for a really long time. Didn't necessarily love it, but I benefited from it greatly. And now this deck makes so much more sense to me now that I have her other deck and I've read a few of her books. It's funny how that's all coming together. So anyways, but that's what it's like to follow your passion. Eventually, some things that seem kind of random fall into place and you gain the wisdom. So yeah, it might seem kind of flighty to be like, I'm buying this deck, I don't know why, but like eventually, for me personally, it all falls into place. I connect the dots, I reap the rewards, I gain that long-lasting wisdom as long as I can stand the heat of my own passion and not get burnt up. But I kind of figure if something's getting burnt, if I'm following my passion and things are getting burnt up, they really weren't meant for me. And they might be parts of me that I was ready to let go. So let the fire of passion purify you. And yeah, if people can't handle your heat, then they weren't really meant to be on your path of passion. All right, take that to the bank. Now, when you are down, look up is the name of this beautiful card. It's number 21. It's Passion. It's a North card, so it's a white card. So I love that we got the white flowers of the bougainvillea, the white tree, the white center of the passion frequency, and now we have a white North card, number 21. So here's the card by Lynn V. Andrews. She says, take time to appreciate and enjoy the sweetness of life. Light the fires of passion in your belly and in your heart. So in your belly is your will, it's your power. In your heart is your love, that's your life, right? Ignite the fires in your belly and in your heart. When you are down, you may have to look up for inspiration. You may have to look at your life in a new way and make some sacrifices to gain the treasures that are waiting for you. Are you holding yourself back? Are you holding yourself back? Sing and chant and listen to the music of nature. Heal your negative feelings. Remember that in the darkest night, you can see the most stars. The bright scarlet of the macaw burns brightly from a black landscape. Like her, you are always in a state of becoming. And at times it will feel as if your path is completely obscured. But fear not. Your journey is one of spirit, and the light of your heart's desires can always guide the way. Remember that you are very strong and have all you need to see your journey to its end, even when your trail winds through a mysterious landscape. Embrace the life of a wanderer, finding oceans of joy in the unknown path to the next horizon. Find a different kind of security, one that is deep within your heart, in a place of peace and well-being. It is the treasure of your hero's journey. Whew, so there are great big rewards for you manifesting more passion and following your passion and acting on your passion and being okay. Like, I don't know where this is going to lead, but I have perfect faith that when I follow my passion, it leads me to where I'm supposed to be. So there is a medicine bundle on this card and in most of the cards in this deck, and medicine bundles are like all religious and faith-based iconography. Through their symbology and deeply felt meaning, they empower one's truest self, one's ability to express oneself in thought and action with humility and conviction. So this Scarlet Macaw medicine bundle reminds you to rise above the darkness in order to see the beauty of creation, to remember who we are and our life's purpose. It is adorned with the image of the Virgin of Guadalupe, which means trust in your faith. There are eagle talons, which mean recognize your strength. There's a bird effigy whistle, which means to sing the song line in your heart. There's a butterfly, which is honor rebirth, the constant state of becoming. There's also a crystal. Where's the crystal? There's a crystal in there somewhere. That means to see beauty. There's a black bead with white dots, and that means fear not the dark, for it allows moments of enlightenment. So this medicine bundle is incredible. It reminds us to rise above the darkness, see the beauty of creation, to remember who we are, remember our life's purpose, and let our passions take flight. So the Scarlet Macaw is also being used as a symbol for a student, right? When you embrace your life, like, I am a student of this life. I'm just learning what I love to learn about. I'm researching what I think is interesting. I'm following my passions. I have beginner's mind. I embrace everything with such a joyful heart, like a childlike innocence, because I am a student. I am here to learn and grow and have fun and experience and be guided by my higher mind, who talks to me through my excitement, through my passion, right? We're all in need of guidance sometimes. And who better to guide us than ourselves, than our higher selves, than our soul selves, right? So listen to your intuition, go within, light that fire in your belly and in your heart, and awaken to each day with a commitment, a loving commitment to follow your joys and your excitement and your passion. Woo! That feels like a yeehaw little doggy, doesn't it? So tap into your yeehaw little doggy vibes today. Follow your passion, follow your joy, follow your excitement, and just do your own thing to the best that you can, the most that you can. And then when that ends, do it again, and 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 watch how fun this life becomes. So on that note, I'm gonna maybe at some point turn on my laptop, update herboracle.blogspot.com. There is a running archive of all the Manifest More podcast episodes, and I'll be sure to add Manifest More Passion to the list, because it's important and we need to be reminded how important that is. It literally could be the deciding factor of you living a mundane, unsatisfactory life compared to a life that brings you joy, brings you bliss, brings you a sense of completion and fulfillment, and living a life that at the end of it, we're satisfied and we feel good to check out, because we know pretty much every day that we followed our passion and we lived a joyful life. So there you go. There's your motivation. Manifest more passion.